Hello everyone, greetings of the day. This is Komal Mathur, a legal intern at Lexis & Company and a law student at Manipal University, Jaipur. I'm glad to have this opportunity to intern with Lexis & Company. The topic or purpose of today's video is to know about labor laws. So, let us start. Labor laws refers to the corpus of law that governs employment, remuneration, working conditions, trade unions, industrial relations related to the labors. In its broadest sense, the phrase also refers to the social security, disability insurance, the elements of the labor law, unlike the laws of contract, tort, or property law, are less homogeneous than the rules controlling a specific legal relationship. In addition to the individual contractual relationships arising from the traditional employment situation, labor law addresses statutory requirements and collective relationships which are becoming increasingly important in mass production societies, legal relationships between the organized economic interest and the state, and various rights and obligations related to the certain social services. Within the academic legal community, the labor law has gained recognition as a distinct branch of law, but the extent to which it is recognized as a separate branch of legal practice varies widely, depending partly on whether the country in question has a labor court or other distinctive body for the labor legislation, or partly on whether there are separate labor courts or tribunals. In the early stages of development, the scope of labor law was frequently limited to the most developed and important industries, large undertakings, and the wage earners. As a general rule, these limitations are gradually removed, and this law scope is expanded to include handicrafts, rural industries, and agriculture, and small undertakings, office workers, and in some countries, pub workers also. Now, the factors which are affecting the labor laws are: in the modern development of labor law, the general trend has been to enhance the legislative requirements and the collective contractual agreements at the expense of individual employment relationship rights and obligations. The degree of personal freedom is given in society, as well as the autonomy of both the employer and worker afforded by the real operation of the economy, determine how significant these later remain. The statutory or collective elements may define the most of the substance of the individual worker's rights and obligations in areas like work hours, health, safety conditions, and industrial relationships, while these elements may provide what he needs in areas like the duration of his appointment, his level and scope of responsibility, or his space on the pay scale. Now let us know about some historical development of labor law. The origins of labor law can be traced to the distant past and all the corners of the globe. While European writers frequently emphasize the medieval world's guilds and apprenticeship system, some Asian scholars have traced labor standards as far back as the Babylonian Code of Hammurabi and the rules of the labor management relationships in the Hindu laws of Manusmriti. Latin American authors cite the laws of the Indies promulgated by the S. None of these can be considered anything more than foreshadowings with just a minor impact of many events. Labor law, as we know, it is now largely a result of several industrial revolutions beginning in the 18th century. It became necessary when traditional restraints and the closeness of the employment relationships in small communities ceased to provide adequate protection against the abuses associated with the forms of mining, manufacturing on an ever-increasing scale, precisely at the time of the Enlightenment, the French Revolution, and the political forces that they sparked were transforming the world. During the 19th century, it evolved slowly, mostly in the Western Europe's more industrialized countries, and it wasn't until the 20th century that it reached its current prominence, relative maturity, and global acceptance. Various aspects of labor law: employment, individual employment relationships, wages and remuneration, working conditions, health, safety and welfare, social security, trade unions and industrial relationships, labor law administration, and the special provisions for particular occupational or other groups are 9 broad categories which labor law can be divided into. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.